In baseball, even the best hitters fail most of the time. In sales, the same principle applies. Success comes from consistency, not perfection. And when you combine that with strong local presence, something wonderful happens. In this episode of the Dealer Download, powered by RS&I, we break down why the game of averages and home field advantage still win in today's market.
The Dealer Download, powered by RS&I.
Baseball season is back, and with it comes one of the most important lessons in performance. In sports, there are a few truths that never change. One of the biggest is this: even the best hitters in baseball fail most of the time. A player who gets a hit 3 out of 10 times is considered elite. That means failure is built into the process. Sales works the same way. You're not going to close every conversation. You're not supposed to. Today, we're breaking down two ideas that can completely change how you approach your business: the game of averages and home field advantage. I'm your host, Michael Shiverdecker, and this is the Dealer Download, powered by RS&I. Let's take a look. The game of averages is one of the most important concepts in sales. Success comes from repetition, yes, but most sales professionals close somewhere between 10% and 30% of their opportunities. That means rejection is a normal part of the process. Top performers succeed because they stay consistent over time, not because they close every opportunity. They understand something simple: more conversations lead to more opportunities. More opportunities lead to more closes. Instead of focusing on individual outcomes, they focus on the system. They track patterns. Super important. You watch the numbers. They refine their approach and they keep moving forward. One of the biggest mistakes dealers make is overanalyzing individual outcomes. A few missed deals can feel like something isn't working. That can lead to hesitation, less activity, more second guessing. But in reality, those missed deals are part of the process. When activity drops, results drop. When consistency increases, results follow. The focus should always stay on volume and execution, assuming those leads have at the very least gone through a qualification process. Now, let's connect that to the second idea: home field advantage. In sports, teams perform better at home. They're familiar with their environment, the surroundings. It's a place they know. They have support from the crowd. They have a level of comfort and confidence that shows up in that performance. The same thing happens in business. Dealers who build strong local presence create their own version of home field advantage. Customers trust what feels familiar. They trust businesses they see in their community. They trust the names they recognize. It's the brands that they're familiar with. Research consistently shows that consumers place higher trust in local businesses and local recommendations than distant brands or unfamiliar companies. That trust becomes your competitive advantage. This is where two ideas come together. Consistency creates visibility. That visibility creates familiarity, and that familiarity creates the trust, and trust drives sales. When dealers consistently show up in their market through door-to-door efforts, local marketing, community presence, referrals, events, they begin to own that space. Over time, people start to recognize the name. They remember the conversation. They've seen the brand before. That reduces friction in future interactions, and the conversation becomes much easier. The close becomes more natural. In practice, this shows up in simple ways. A homeowner might say, I've seen you guys around the neighborhood. Or maybe they'll say something more like, my neighbor just signed up with you. These are things they recognize. These moments are the result of consistent activity in a defined area. Dealers who stay active in one market long enough begin to benefit from that momentum. That is the home field advantage. Here's your authorized dealer action plan based on these two ideas. First, commit to consistency. Set a daily or weekly activity goal and stick to it. Conversations drive results. Second, track patterns, not outcomes. Look at trends over time instead of focusing on individual wins or losses. Third, focus on a defined market. Build presence in a specific area instead of spreading efforts too thin. Fourth, stay visible. Door-to-door activities, social media, local marketing, and referrals all reinforce your presence. Dealers who combine consistent activity with strong local presence create momentum that compounds over time. Sales isn't about winning every interaction. It's about winning over time. The game of averages rewards consistency. Home field advantage rewards presence. When you combine the two, you create a system that continues producing results. Thanks for tuning in to the Dealer Download powered by RS&I. If you're ready to grow your business and build real momentum, visit rsiinc.com to learn how RS&I helps authorized dealers succeed. We'll see you next time.
The Dealer Download powered by RS&I.